Hi there again, Steve Stine here. I had a request for Joel Walsh's Rocky Mountain Way. And basically, they wanted to know how the rhythm section of this went. And so I'm going to show you this relatively quick. I'm going to show you how to put this whole thing together. And the other request that they had was if you didn't have a piano player and you wanted to play the whole thing, what would you do? So here's what you're going to do. The first thing you do is you'd move up to the 7th fret of the 5th string and you'd play a power chord there. Now you're going to play a power chord with just your first finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string and your third finger on the 9th fret of the 4th string, and you're just going to use those two fingers because your pinky is going to be used for something else. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to strum this chord, which is an E power chord on the 5th string. We're going to strum that twice. And then we're going to stop those strings by karate chopping across those strings gently to have them stop vibrating. Then what you're going to do is take your pinky and you're going to go out 2 frets higher on the 4th string. So the same string that your ring finger is on, you're going to go out 2 frets higher yet. Okay? Now this might feel really awkward if your fingers are relatively small. Okay? So the big thing is if you're coming across the guitar this way, you're really never going to be able to reach. The goal is to come across the guitar. Notice how I'm turning my wrist inward a little bit like this. If you think about it, it's almost kind of like putting your elbows together like this. You're turning underneath, which is going to give your pinky more space to get there. If you're sitting this way, your pinky is going to be way down here. But if you're sitting this direction, your pinky is going to be way up here. So I'm going, and then I'm going to go to my pinky, and then I'm going to take it off again. And in between, I'm stopping the string. So I have, so it's 2 strums together, and then a single, then a single. Okay, then the second guitar player would come in if you didn't have a keyboard player, and that would be on the 5th fret, okay, of the 5th string. You're going to make a power chord there. And again, in this case, you could make the 2-finger power chord I was just showing you, or if you wanted to add your pinky on the string underneath your ring finger on the 3rd string, that would be okay too. Just be careful you're always strumming the correct strings. Don't strum too many strings. Now this second guitar, which is where the keyboard would be, or the piano would be, is going to go... And that's going on underneath the... Okay, so it's a really cool mixture of those two rhythms together. Okay, so then you've got both of those things going on. A slide guitar comes in over the top, which we are not going to talk about right now. I'm just trying to give you the rhythm section of this. If you'd like me to talk about the solos and all that, you can request me, and I'd be more than happy to teach it. Okay, so then we come off that part, and we're going to move into this blues riff that goes... And that's what the verse is. So what you're doing there is you're going to make an A power chord, okay, which is where you're going to take your first finger, you're going to press over the 4th and 3rd and 2nd strings with your first finger, okay, at the 2nd fret. And again, in this case, what you're really trying to do is strum the 5th and 4th strings, maybe the 3rd string. Again, you're trying to stay nice and small with your wrist, okay? Now, when you head down there, the first thing you're going to do is not strum this A chord. You're going to pluck the 6th string, and then you're going to strum the A chord. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your middle finger, you're going to go to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, play that note right there, and then you're going to head over to this E chord, the E power chord, which is taking this A and moving up 1 string. So now your first finger is pressing on the 5th and 4th strings here. Okay? And again, if it touches the strings underneath, it doesn't make any difference because you're not playing them. And now I'm strumming the top 2 or the top 3 strings, 6, 5, or 6, 5, and 4. And again, just understand it, when you're playing in real life, obviously when you're playing guitar, sometimes you hit too few, sometimes you hit too many. So on a power chord, it's okay if you only hit 2 strings. It's okay if you only hit 3 strings. You just don't want to hit any more than that, and you certainly don't want to only hit 1 string. Okay? So this is kind of tricky. So we've got, that's the riff. So the goal is when you're on this A power chord here, on the 4th and 3rd strings, or 4th and 3rd and 2nd strings, you're pressing against that. You want to pluck that 6th string and then play your chord. The problem is you don't really want them to ring out together. So when you do this string, and then you're going to go to that A chord, we have to find a way of deadening that string. Now, one way you can do it is when you pluck that 6th string, a little trick is you can pluck the 6th string, and when you go to strum the 5th string power chord here, this A chord, you can touch that 6th string with the tip of your thumb, and it'll kill it. And then you can strum like that. That's a really great trick to do. Another thing you can do is you can use your thumb to deaden that 6th string by touching it. So when I go to strum that 5th string, my thumb comes down and it touches the 6th string and kills it. And that's normally what I do, but either one of those will work. And again, you got to remember these techniques, if you've never done them before, it takes a little while. So you need to watch the video and, stop the video, practice it for a while, come back to the video, and just keep trying to sort of enhance these little techniques. Now, when I go to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, that's a perfect opportunity for me to take my first finger off and get ready for the next chord that's coming, which is the E power chord. So if you watch really carefully, I'm going from this 6th string, I'm going to kill it and strum the A, then I'm heading over to G. Notice my first finger is now off the guitar, and then I'm setting it down for my E chord. Okay. Now, moving into the pre-chorus, we're going to go, and right there what you're going to do is pluck the 0 of the 6th string, the 3 of the 6th string, and then the 4 of the 6th string. That's leading into the, and we don't need the ladies crying because the story's sad. That part, we're just going. Okay, so we're coming off our verse. Over and over and over. Now we're moving into our pre-chorus. We're going to go to that A power chord that we just talked about. So I'm going to strum 5 and 4, or 5 and 4 and 3, whatever I hit. Then I'm going to E. Then A. Then we go back into the beginning. So what I did at the end of that pre-chorus, or leading into the chorus right there, was go to what's called a B power chord. So I'm going to the 2nd fret of the 5th string with my first finger, and then of course then my ring finger is going on the 4th string, 4th fret, and if I'm using my pinky, it goes on the 3rd string, 4th fret. And again, I'm strumming 2 or 3 strings again. So again, here's the pre-chorus leading into the chorus. I'm doing A, crying 'cause the story's sad, E, then back to A. Now here comes that B right here. And then we're starting all over again, okay? Now, you'll notice in that pre-chorus section I was strumming more of a blues rhythm, that bump, 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 bump. Now at any time you could change that rhythm and go bump, 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 just by strumming more. You see? So anyway, there's a quick little tutorial on how to play Rocky Mountain Way. Hopefully that helps you and your band to be able to play the 2 guitar parts there without a keyboard player. So please let me know if you have any other questions, and I would be more than happy to help you. Learning any songs, any techniques, just let me know. Have a great day.